Good afternoon. Just wanted to check in with everybody. I wanted to title a video called It's Nothing Personal with the Narcissist. And the reason is, I think a lot of people, and I know it took me a while to get over this, but the narcissist really isn't that concerned about you, okay? To them, you're replaceable. They have no intimate connection with you. They are all about the illusion and you supporting the illusion that they project and put out there in the world to feel normal, okay? So, to give you an example, I heard this from another YouTuber, but one of the, this is an example where, imagine there's two kids and they're playing together, and one kid grabs a tennis racket and is like, oh cool, a guitar, and they start playing it like a guitar. They start playing that tennis racket. The other kid looks at the guitar, or looks at the tennis racket and goes, no, that's a tennis racket, that's not a guitar. And then the other kid that's playing the tennis racket, the guitar, looks at the other kid and goes, no, it's a guitar. You know, that anger that that kid has, that you're not playing along with their game, even though that's an example of kids, but the narcissist still has those emotions to this day. So they are living on that, you know, if you don't play along with me, you're not going to have fun. You're not going to enjoy the show that I'm putting on. Because it's all about them. It really is. The kid that is playing with the tennis racket, thinking it's a guitar, is not concerned about you unless you are not taking the lead. Now, if the kid hands you the other tennis racket, there's two in the room, they hand you the other tennis racket, and you play along with the kid playing the guitar, and you say, wow, this is a cool guitar. Then the one's like, yeah, it is, isn't it? Or if you admire them, wow, you're really a good guitar player. They love that. That kid will love that, and that's so with the narc. But the moment you stop going, you know, say you do this. Say you're playing. There's a 5-year-old and there's another 5-year-old. Say you're one of the kids. The narcissist is playing with the tennis racket, thinking it's a guitar. You're playing along with them, and you know, after about a half hour, okay, it's fun or whatever. But then you're like, look, you know, this is just a tennis racket and I got other things to do, and oh wait, no, that's a guitar. This is a guitar. You better play along, and this better be a guitar to you. And the narcissist believes that it's a guitar, because if they can get you to believe it, you're the other kid trying to play along with this game, right? If you play along with their illusion, then you're cool, right? And they love you. Oh, you're great, because not everybody plays along with their illusion. They just got to get a sucker to play along with that illusion. And that sucker might happen to be you, right? Yeah, I know. I've been there. It sucks. But as long as you play around with their illusion, which is also a form of their, you might see it as grandiosity, their grandiose sense of self. It's this living in this illusion that they have for themselves that is only supported by the beliefs in others, okay? See, to narcissists, there is no such thing as, there is a such thing as truth, but it's not the same truth that you or I have, which is verifiable, scientific, black and white, okay, on paper, right? The narcissist, truth to a narcissist is whatever they can get others to believe around them. So if they believe that they are a great rock star, and then they can get you to believe that they are a great rock star, then they are a great rock star. Proof. Boom. Now that supply that they get from you, that you telling them they're a great rock star, that wanes over time, right? So they need to constantly resupply, because what's going to happen is the narcissist is going to think they're a great rock star because you said it and you're their support. So they come back to you, your supply, right? You give them supply, you give them adulation, admiration, And so when they go out in the real world, though, say they go and they try out for a band or something, and people are just like, dude, you're not cut out for this, you know? And they're like, mm-hmm. They're going to find somebody in that group and flatter them and bring them into the fold, right? That they are a rock star. Or, in a lot of cases, they will go back to you and manipulate you in such a way that you tell them what a great rock star they were, right? They have to try and manipulate others around them. So, or justify the illusion, prop up the illusion, keep the illusion alive. So, that same audition, they go in front of and perform, and the guy's like, no, dude, you're not a rock star. What the narcissist will do is, since you're not following that guy, the guy who told him you're not any good, dude, the narcissist will attack that person. They will smear that person because they are not going along with the illusion. Well, I'm a great rock star. I can't believe that this guy said this. That's what they're thinking in their head. So they got to undermine this guy, tear down this guy's credibility, even though this guy may be a producer that finds like the best bands, okay? The narcissist will rationalize it, justify it. They'll say, this guy's just, you know, he must have been high at the time. They'll make up excuses, right? Why that guy didn't see the greatness in them, right? Well, he must have been high. He was drunk at the time. He didn't know what he was talking about. Or they'll go out and smear him, right? Yeah, I met with this guy, but this guy's washed up, man. He used to be good in the day, but, you know. See, and the more they're telling you these lies, they're doing it to themselves too, because they do it at the same time they believe their own bullshit, all right? So if they can get you to believe it, then they believe it. That's how the truth works with them. There's no like, they can't accept things, right? Acceptance is just, they live in denial, not acceptance, which is the opposite. Denial, acceptance, yeah. So their foundation, the whole foundation of a narcissist is built around denial. And Ross Rosenberg talks about this. Denial is at their core. They can't accept who they are. They don't see it. They deny all the actual evidence and things coming in, and they live in make-believe. They really do. I know you may not see it now, but when you're away from them enough, when you go no contact, when you're not inundated and updated every day with the belief, because they constantly have to be around you to manipulate you to keep that belief alive, right? They have to be out there. They're their own best cheerleaders, okay? And if you're their cheerleader too, that's great. You're great supply. You're supporting the illusion. If you don't support that illusion, they will wither, okay? But before they wither, and they've had this experience from years and years of just feeling just worthless and everything, they make sure that they've got enough people around them that are going to support them. Thus, you get the flying monkeys. Some people call them, they get a harem, right? Before flying monkeys become flying monkeys, they're actually part of their harem. The harem is people that support the narcissist illusion. Without the illusion, the narcissist is nothing. And they know that. Deep down, they know that, and they fear that. So they have to manipulate. They have to go out and manipulate their harem. They have to find a harem, people that believe in them, people that believe their stuff, people that are yes men. Oh yeah, you know, I believe it. People that think they're sexy, people that they give a sliver of they're actors, right? They're this great person around this one person. They're the best guitar player around this one person. Then at work, they're the most considerate person. You know, they're always bringing in coffee and donuts for everybody, or bringing donuts or muffins in. So that's there, and that's their acting part there. They have to make sure, though, they have enough people around them that don't see the real them and believe the illusion. It's kind of like a two-part deal, right? So I just want you guys to know that it's not you, okay? Their love they have for you, if you're giving them supply, well, they love you, okay? That's true, okay? If you're If the narcissist loves money and you have a lot of money, then you're a great supply. But if you suddenly become bankrupt, or you run out of money, or they sense that you're running out of money, and I know from experience, okay, they will start to, from experience, they will start to go out and develop a harem. They will develop a support system that will prop up the illusion that they have of themselves, and they will go behind your back and go look for other supply. Now, if you're a woman and you're not propping up the illusion, then they're going to go look for a harem. If the narcissist thinks he's the sexiest guy in the world, well, guess what? He's going to go out and get some other supply sources. So don't take it personally. It's the illusion. See, what's happened is a lot of you have probably gotten so sick of propping up the illusion, which means you're manipulated. And if you don't follow the illusion, you're abused. You're verbally abused into snapping back into the illusion. See, when they love bomb you, they're trying to get you to buy into that illusion. The more you buy into it, and you think there's this incredible person, well, that's great for them. They think that you think that. And then after you've bought into it and they got you locked down, they got a commitment from you, that you've moved in together, you've proposed and you've accepted or something, boom, they got you. So now they got a person that they can relax around. They can be themselves a little bit more. They don't have to work as hard. And they can also regulate, use you to regulate, because they do have a lot of negative emotions. They do have a lot of anger and stuff that eventually has to come out. And once they got you, then they can regulate themselves around you. But they got to go out and find other people around them, their harem, to get that other supply going. So they're going to cheat. They're going to find other ways to make money without telling you, so they can bring in more money or something. They're going to do all kinds of things behind your back, because that's the real agenda. With the narcissist, you never know their actual real agenda. There's what you are told. There's the fake agenda, which is dependent on who they're with. If the agenda to be around you was to make you think that I'm always an honest person, they're going to try and do things, little things, to make you see how honest they are, but then the big things they can lie about that you won't see, because you still believe in the things that they did, that they exaggerated, make them look honest. That's another thing. But don't take it personally. You are replaceable. The narcissist love is a utilitarian love, okay? Just like I've used this example before. I love my iPhone. I love my iPhone 5, right? But when it wasn't the iPhone 5 was doing great for me. When I first got it, it was the most incredible thing. I told everybody how great it was. It's a utilitarian love, right? And it's a healthy love. I can love my iPhone. I go to bed with my iPhone too. But to listen to Dana's and YouTube videos and different people, but no, but a utilitarian love is not real love that we know from a human touch standpoint, right? So I love my iPhone 5, but when the iPhone 6 came out, it had a much faster processor. It could do more things. The one I had, the iPhone 5 I had, didn't have a lot of storage. The new iPhone 6 that I wanted to get more storage, and that had it on it. Had 128 megs or gigs or whatever. So I actually got rid of my iPhone 5. In fact, it's in my car here. I dumped her. This is what a narcissist does to you. Oh, I almost broke it. Crap. I'm gonna sell it on eBay or something, but anyways, trying to use an example here. But I'm talking to you right now on the iPhone 6. And the iPhone 6 is sweet. Faster screen, faster processor. The camera is beautiful on it. I mean, it takes the most incredible, vibrant pictures, okay? And I upgraded, right? So that's how utilitarian love works. As long as it's doing the job for you. And I'm a businessman too. I sell things in business, okay? I've been doing that for pretty much all my life, my adult life. So And the way you get people to buy into something new is it's something better is they either have to have a pain point, or they can either be pushed into something, or they can be pulled into something they really want. So where am I going with that? Well, the iPhone 6 that I have, I love my iPhone 6 now. But the narcissist, comparing that back to the narcissist, as long as you're giving the narcissist supply, they love you. Now, maybe the narcissist wants more supply. Maybe the narcissist, you're giving the narcissist, here's the irony and what flies in the face of a normal, healthy relationship. The more you treat the narcissist, the better you treat them, the more you love them, the better they feel about themselves, right? The more grandiose the illusion, their head gets bigger. They want more supply. You've given them all the supply they could ever want, you think, right? But that's not how it works. It's like a junkie with drugs. You give them more, and then they need more. If you give a junkie like a month's supply of drugs, say, here, this will last you a month, they might make it last a week and then want even more. They want like 2 months supply for the next week. So that's what's so toxic about these people, is that they can never get enough. It's a bottomless pit, okay? So you can actually make the narcissist feel really good, and then they will cheat like crazy on you because they feel so good about themselves that they can go out and cheat and get more supply. I know, it's weird. I don't get it. I never got it. I kind of get it now. I don't feel it like a narcissist does, but I get it. Like, I understand it now. And on the other hand, if you don't give them a lot of love and attention, the narcissist falls all over you, right? Because they're trying to get you back because they need you. I know, it's crazy. Best thing to do, just don't be with somebody like that. There's plenty of other people out there that have normal, healthy boundaries, normal relationships, that aren't trying to fit you into an illusion, that aren't trying to put you in a script that they've written in their heads, that I'm so great and you're a part of me. If I, they're really good at doing that, at acting and making you think that they're great. But look at the people around them. Look at the people from their history. Look at their exes. Let them, these people leave a path of destruction. You're not going to change them, okay? We all want to think we're going to change, or we'll hold out. Well, someday it'll be better. When we get the money, when we do this, it'll be better. It doesn't get better, folks. It gets worse with these people. That's why I'm so happy now, because a year and a half, I went through a process for about a year and a half, and it's only been the last few months where I've been able to break the crap, just the low self-esteem and the no confidence. Because for the last few years, I wasn't buying into the illusion. I couldn't buy into the illusion because we were going bankrupt. And she wanted to spend like we weren't. And of course, I was accused of being the one that was ramping up the spending, but that's, that game, right? The blame game, well, I'm back on my feet now, which is good. But these people, I'm telling you, if you're still, hopefully some of you aren't considering, and if you are, I never did this with mine. I had a cold hard break with mine because of the affair. And then when I finally got the validation and it was sort of admitted, she didn't really admit it, I had all kinds of proof around her. Again, the illusion was, I'm this perfect wife, how could I ever do that, blah, blah, blah. Well, reality, they hate reality. When you put it in their face, when you put truth in their face, you're not playing the illusion. You're the kid that is calling the other kid out, going, that's not a tennis racket, or that's not a guitar, that's a tennis racket. And the kid's going, no, it's a guitar. That's what it is, man. These people are 5 years old. Remember that. They're little kids. We're all little kids to some degree, right? I mean, a lot of our emotions, but the narcissist never matured. They never developed beyond that 5-year-old mentality. That emotional quotient level, whatever you want to call it, that EQ. So, anyways, I'm just rambling here. So I'm going to wrap up this video here, because I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel now, and I am targeting more for men, and I've talked to Dana about this. So my videos are going to be more for men, but women are more welcome to join. I think it's universal on how we all deal with this, right? What we see. So let me look at some of your questions here before I wrap up the video. Let's put on the glasses here. Brilliant analogy. You know what? The analogy wasn't mine. I stole it from somebody else, another YouTuber named Narcissist Free, and she actually quoted it out of a book. She's very insightful. I recommend her channel, Narcissist Free. I'm going back in the comments here, so bear with me as I catch up. So V said, I cannot tell you how much he'll upset me and make me sound like a weakling just because I joined. I joked about him not being good at tennis. Oh, you actually use the tennis. Okay. Yeah, they can't. They narcissists cannot take criticism. Oh my God, they're the worst at it. But they can criticize the crap out of us, right? Yeah, they can't take criticism at all. And then when I'm in tears, he'll apologize, seeing he has a lot on his plate. Yeah, he's got the illusion on his plate. He's trying to figure out how to manipulate you some more. So he's like processing, how can I get her to buy in? Okay, also if you joke around and laugh, and they look at you like you're so immature. Oh yeah, you're the immature one, right? It's like, healthy laugh. There's nothing like being around like a family or a group of people, and there's healthy laughter, and it's not at somebody else's expense. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's really cool. And they don't get that. Oh, that burns them up. Genuine. See, they're not so, see, here's the thing about them that I think, this is me, this is what I think. I think that they are so lost, that they are not themselves, that they have a little sliver of their true self. So they know that they're not themselves. Because if they were this false self, I don't think they could distinguish between a false self and a real self. But I think that they are so apart from themselves, living in so much denial, that when they do see people laughing and having a good time, they know that that's a part they can never go to. They're way past, they've crossed that line a long time ago. And I think it just enrages them, you know? So, and that smacks them in the face of reality, which is what I said earlier, which is you're taking them out of the illusion. They need to be in their illusion because their true self, they've denied that for years. Okay. A huge hairy harem. They love the supply, not you. Yes. V, oh man, his friends were yes men. Yeah. The narcissists support themselves with people, and you're one of them. You were one of them. Okay, were, right? Past tense. People that will support the illusion. Now, do those people tend to be weak people? I don't necessarily believe that. I think it's whoever, you know, I think there's some people in their lives that want to be supportive of people. Maybe they were real. Maybe there was a guy. There's kind of a guy I know. He was kind of real dick for the first 25 years of his existence, right? And then he like found the church, and he got like better about himself, and you know, confessed a bunch of stuff, I guess, got off his chest. And for the next 15 years, he's been like, he's been more open to people, and he's been trying to see the good in people. So somebody like that, I think, there's nothing really wrong with the guy. I mean, he's a good guy. But I think somebody like that can be easily manipulated by somebody like a narc and become some part of somebody's harem, because in his mind, and I'm not talking about the narc. This is like a flying monkey or a player in the harem, one of the haremettes. I don't know. I don't know what you'd call them. One of the people that support the narc. I think somebody like that is more prone to it because they're really trying to see the good in people. And they're more likely to give somebody a pass. Oh, well, that's just bad behavior. Yeah, well, you know how he is, you know. So, but you know, also too, keep in mind that a harem doesn't necessarily have to live with the narc, so they're not around them 24/7. So, and the narc is love bombing them. They're giving them snippets of love bombing because the narc isn't always around the harem. They don't have to constantly. They don't you know, when the harem leaves, I guess if the harem comes over there, say the harem all came to the narc's house, okay? At some point they're going to leave because the harem doesn't live with the narc, so they leave, and then the narc can let their hair down, right? And then they let their hair down around you. You're the part of the harem that they use to regulate, okay? So you're kind of part of the harem, but you're the one that sees the narc the most. You are the one that knows the knows the narc the most. So guess what? If anything happens in the relationship, you are going to be the one that is going to be smeared the most because you know the most. Because if you know stuff on the narc, they can't make you look like, they can't build you up now, because then you would look credible. Then anything you said about the narc would make them look bad. And if they gave you credibility and you're telling bad stuff about the narc, about credibility, you see how that works? That's why they have to destroy us. Every time we argue and I point out a jerk he is, he'll say, well, that's who he is. They don't really believe that, though. They just brush it off. It's denial. It's a form of denial. Yeah, I'm such a jerk. Yeah, I know. I'm so bad. Yeah, I got it. His new supply is his dealer. Yeah, go figure. A drug dealer telling him, hey, man, you're the best, man. Yeah. Mine has a huge harem. They all seem to worship him. Stupid question. What's the channel called? Oh, my channel is called Penmanship. P-E-N-N-M-A-N-S-H-I-P. There's another N in there because it's Josh Penn. You can look it up on YouTube as Josh Penn. I've got like 25 subscribers and I've been actively posting since last weekend. So it's a pretty new channel. I mean, I created it like a few months ago, but I really didn't post to it. I wasn't comfortable putting my face all over the internet like Dana. I mean, Dana, man, she's a trooper, man. She's awesome, man. I think she's made over 100 videos at least. Maybe it's 200. I don't know. Thanks, that's great. You are doing this more for men. Thank you. I do want to do it more for men. I don't think there's a lot of me, though. That's what sucks. I think for a lot of guys, I mean, how can I say this? I'm just going to say it. I think it takes balls to come forward and say I was a pussy. Okay. I mean, because think about it. If we're abused by a woman, society looks at that like, come on, buddy. You know, oh, poor you. Oh, you know, here's a box of tampons for you, you know. It's just not, you know. But what a lot of people don't see is that, especially women, they don't see that, you know, well, don't think about in terms of a relationship with an ex or with a boyfriend. Think about it in terms of your brother, or maybe your dad was abused by your mom and you just don't even know it. You just don't see it, right? So there's a lot of this verbal abuse because it does sound kind of like I'm a pussy, okay? You know, I'm just... okay, I'm going to read some more comments. If you ever criticize my narc, the facade and charm was dropped instantly, and you could see the rage in his snake eyes. Yeah, you're not playing along with the illusion. It's hard for me to get this angry, this face, because my bones, my muscles aren't, it hurts because that's not, my face for the last few years was more of a depressed look, kind of a, fuck that. Did I say that? Okay. That's what they like, to ruin celebrations. Yeah, if the celebration isn't about them and they're not the center of attention, they have to ruin it and make sure everybody remembers. Yeah, yeah. There's different narcs in different stages. I think when they hear people laughter, they think it's directed at them. Oh, good point. Good point. They do. They do, because that's why they have to control and know everything, right? Because they really think people are talking about them. They think the world is about them, right? This is their world, okay? And then if you're laughing over there, you're laughing at them. If you're talking about them, you're talking about them. the best friend of my narc said he could never live with him ever. Yeah. Yep. At a distance. I have a friend who I believe is narcissistic, and I've known him for a long time, and he tells me things that I will not repeat here, but it's interesting because, and I tell him stuff, and I know he's using me because he's using my knowledge of empathy to do things with it that I don't approve of, but I'm learning things from him. So it's kind of a weird thing with an narc. You almost have to, it's almost like a, with that arm's length thing, or, you know, you get a pet. Say you got a pet lion. Okay, it's cute now, but maybe it's a baby lion, but, you know, I don't know, that's a bad example because the lion will grow up and eventually attack you or something. So that's not a good example, but you just keep him at arm's length, you know. Like my friend, if he starts calling me like every day, usually we talk 2 or 3 times a week, but there were points where he would start calling me every day, and then I'm like, he can kind of sense when I'm like not digging it, right? And since I don't live with him, I don't have to deal with him. He knows to go back, pull away from me, and not call me so much. But I think he probably takes it on his ex, you know, projects or whatever, or hers on his wife, his actual wife. So I don't know. I don't know his wife real well, so not playing along with the illusion. That's great. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go eat some lunch, and it was a great little chat talking with you guys, and I hope you learned something today from it. I know when I first heard this analogy with the racket and the tennis racket and the guitar, it really struck a light bulb with me. It really turned on a light bulb. So anyways, enjoy your day. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.